Hey, how you do? I'm Kenya and I'm going to tell you a short story about a Bible chapter I just read. May contain patois. Here goes. So, Genesis 10 is a chapter where it really shows you how Shem, Ham, and Japheth take the be fruitful and multiply thing very serious. So, it give an account of how all I know descendant them the born after the flood, and it's a critical record where really show how all of the later nation them will always come to hear about it actually come about. So, watch geopolitics in a fast forward now. First of all, remember, so we have three sons, right? So we have first is Japheth. Now Japheth did have seven penny. Goma, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. And then Goma did have three youth. Javan did have four youth. And then from these, the coastland people them did separate and spread out into their own lands. Every man according to them own a group, them own a family, and them own a nation. So that is for Japheth side of the family. Then now we have Ham. Now Ham did have four sons. You have Cush, Mizraim, who the Egyptians did come from, Put, and Canaan. Now the sons of Cush, you ever hear about, by the way, ever hear about the Cushite them? Yeah, that's where the Cushite them come from. Him did have five youth. There was Seba, Havila, Sabta, Rama, and Sapteka. And then Rama did have two youth, and Cush also became the father of Nimrod. No, Nimrod. Him was one of them great and mighty hunters that was on the earth. And people used to always say, yo, one thing, like Nimrod. When they say like Nimrod, that means he was like a mighty hunter before God. So he was known to many, many people. So Nimrod kingdom them did get them start with Babylon, Babylonia, and then build up them place there. Then from that now he move into and create a place called Assyria, and then build up Nineveh, and then build up some what city. And then you have the next son now, Mizraim. Mizraim was the ancestor for the Egyptians. He became the father of some other sons. And then from those sons now come the Philistines. That's how you get the Philistines then. And then now you remember about Canaan. So Canaan was the father of Sidon. That was his firstborn. But then some holy other people we always I hear about the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, the Arkites. All of these people come from Canaan as them father. And afterward, the families of the Canaanites were spread out abroad. The territory for the Canaanite them spread from Sidon to Gaza, from you have Sodom and Gomorrah side as far as Lasha. Right? So that's the Ham side of the family now. Then you have Shem. Shem was for Japheth's older brother. Now, Shem did have five youth. One of them was Aram, who was actually the ancestor for the Syrians. And then him did have you have a next one now, a next son from Shem who was Arpashad. Now Arpashad have a grandson named Eber. And then Eber did have two sons. One of them they named Peleg, that mean division. Because at the time the earth was very divided in those days. And for some reason the father said him want to call him picnic after division. And him did have a next brother now named Joktan. Who did have 13 boy pig. And as so comes now, you have all of these families and sons of Noah coming up according to, and then it lists them out now according to all them descendants, all of the nations. And from all of these people, the earth it start to get populated and the nation them start spread out above the earth. And these are the people that start live about the place now after the great flood.